So overall, I think the spring sitting was a time for us to stand up for healthcare in Manitoba. We're in this ICU crisis. We still need answers on what steps will be taken to address the situation in ICUs. It's really concerning that even yesterday we sent 7 more ICU patients out of province, which brings the total number up to 43. So this is an issue that we've raised time and time again. We still need to see more action, more concrete measures to address the staffing situation and to ensure that we can care for all the Manitobans who are needing healthcare services at this time. On a related note, it's very concerning that the province is on the verge of a strike with nurses potentially. I mean, we know that nurses have the best interests of their patients at heart. Manitobans trust nurses. And yet this government seems to still be playing games, even though nurses are stressed, being asked to do more and more. And so we really should have a government that offers a fair deal to nurses. It was also bizarre today, in our last question period of the spring, that the government would take a run at teachers as well. You know, the education minister used his time in question period today to try and throw stones at teachers. You know, my response to that is simply, what? The government didn't tell us whether or not schools are going to be going back in person. That's not their priority, but casting aspersions against teachers and their representatives seems like the wrong priorities, if you ask me. And of course, on the topic that I think has consumed so much of our attention over the past number of days, the situation that was uncovered at Stakhamoops Te Secwepemc First Nation, 215 children found to be in a mass grave there. It's incumbent on the province to put real resources forward to search the sites of former residential schools in Manitoba to see if there are other unmarked graves. The reason why it's so important is because this work is going to be done one way or the other. And it seems to me that if we want to live in a fair country, a fair province, then the provincial government needs to play an active role. The work needs to be led by Indigenous people for sure, but the province needs to play an active role and provide the necessary resources so that work happens. So I wanted to make those few comments. I'm sure that there's other issues